It's unanimous. People do not care about me putting arbitrary restrictions on myself, which I totally understand. I mean, looking at the last episode, it ultimately just had me stunning enemies and then taking them down easily anyway, so I don't think it really matters if I end up using ice armor or even invisibility necklace or anything like that. Now, it's all gonna be... I'm not going to be, using only the cursed sword by itself, and that is it. I mean, I could definitely try to do that. It's just, boy, that'd be rough. That would be... Man, how many of these guys did I get in here? Regardless of what I do, it's going to be hard. There, that's pretty much the start and end to that sentence. I cannot believe the amount of elite... Okay, good. The amount of elite... No, actually, I do want this because I'm stacking the stats in one way. Right. I'm still going to be using that strategy here, but yeah, the legendary ice armor. It's going to come down to legendary ice armor. It's just too good not to use is the thing. You understand? Okay. But I do think that, yeah, I can probably... I think that I've proven, as of last time, that Cursed Sword, difficult, absolutely, extremely difficult. Very stressful. I mean, there was at one point during the Timekeeper fight where I just kind of stopped talking, and then you could hear me like snorting loudly because I was rubbing my nose a lot. Got that as a nervous tick. Just take a second and rub my nose for some reason, and I do not know why that is, but it's what I do. All right, cut that out. Double crossbow. I am also looking forward to any other sort of good colorless items. I'm still planning to be getting as much. There we go. Still planning to be getting as much stats, money, whatever as possible. I think that's just going to be important for any of this. Cursed sword damage is quite good. As evidence, I could, when you have good synergies and everything like that, you could probably go without maxing out your stats, absolutely. I mean, I was just mostly thinking about that due to the way that I was doing the mini bosses? No, that I was doing the boss practice. But, I don't think that's entirely necessary. Do you see how fast the Timekeeper went down last time? It was ridiculous. Well... We'll see. Somehow I still got my doubts that I'm going to be able to do it on this run. I mean, of course I'm going to be trying my best, but I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, and I think that what I'm probably going to do is we're just going to do a whole host of different runs past this one. And if I get one successful, I'll probably add a very truncated version of the run in here and then upload that separately, just to show the entire thing. Because I'm sure that there's plenty of interest in seeing a full 5-cell Cursed Sword run, especially at the point in time that, I'm doing Dead Cells now. Well, in the meantime, though, we got anything at all? Yeah, actually using ranged weapons might be a decent idea, too. That was one of the other things that I was kind of limiting myself on. 100% burning oil seems like a pretty good idea. And then just go with, I don't know, let's say, 100% burning oil and then just fire an oil grenade. I mean, that's always a very good combination just by itself. It's not going to have quite the stunning effect that, a stun grenade has, which really did help out a lot. It's just too bad that, of course... let's do this, sure. It's just too bad that, of course, librarians do not get stunned by the stun grenade. That was the big thing that took me down last time. I was kind of relying on the fact that the librarian would have also been stunned, but, well, yeah. Okay, I'm hoping for shops and everything. I could stack the items a little bit more in my favor, too, to get rid of items that I'm just not going to use, for example, but at the same time, let's just go with this. I think that getting this as soon as possible is going to very much raise my survival chances. Do not like those rats, though, by the way. They attack very fast, and yeah, I know like the parry timing and everything, but especially with the Cursed Sword, I'm kind of relying on being able to take out enemies before they can even do anything. So that's one of the reasons, of course, why I'm just like disengaging from fights after like 2 swings. Oh, okay. Well, this is horrible. Okay, I actually managed to get out of it. No. So I am happy about that. Oh, no, there's going to be Explodos there. I hate Explodos. Oh, God, I am so surprised that I did not die there. I really probably should have. I mean, yeah, I know, like, the basics of dodging through a raised... Ugh, come on now. Not like the basics of dodging through, like, a raising electric line and everything like that. But that does not mean that I actually managed to do it most of the time. It's a hard thing to try and accomplish, regardless. Okay. Yeah, I either have to... I have Wish on here, so whatever the next thing I pick up is what's getting legendaried. So hopefully I do not accidentally pick up, say, a Cursed Sword. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, Legendary Cursed Sword, pretty decent, but, you know, also, I like having a shield. Since it kind of prevents you from using anything else. Okay, there we go. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Well, I can say this. Cursed Sword is absolutely good practice for any other run that I could conceivably be doing. Still may be thinking about doing, like, some shorter versions of... Okay. Shorter versions of, say, like... the showcase runs and everything like that. Alright. Come on now. Shorter versions of, like, the showcase runs, you know, like, more truncated, more edited, stuff like that. Okay, just go for the parry if we're doing it like that. Yes, I see we're already getting some, yes. Okay. All right, what was I saying here? Yeah, I'm just gonna get on out of there. Usually, I really should not be getting to the, getting in the corner like that. Oh, yeah, we are currently at that point now, aren't we? I obviously don't have Cursed Flask yet, but I am planning to really be using Cursed Flask in the future. Absolutely. Use that with, like, Corrupted Flask, or the Corrupted Potion, or Corrupted Healing, whatever it's called. One of these things is the name. Okay. Don't... Oh, can I get it before it becomes an issue? I can. Oh, we can actually get stats now. Given I've stacked up the stuff enough for myself. I really shouldn't be slamming down just in case there's going to be, you know, some of that funky, poison beneath me. Okay. It's still going okay, though. I mean, as I just said 3 times. So, you know, I feel like it's okay. Here we go. See, I just said okay again. That's how you know it's okay. It's all right. I mean, you know, hey, the card could also be a pretty decent thing, but here we go. Yeah, probably last right more instead. And you know it. You know I gotta have that. I gotta have my ice armor. It's just, it really is just the best. It's simply the best. I got another confession to make. It's the best. Still, though, it's hardly something that was going to save you most of the time. It's just, hey, you get one more hit. But that one more hit also does freeze enemies, too. I mean, it's not just, like, a hit. Like with the diverse deck and everything. That is just a hit. Here, it's more than that. Get a little bit of extra... Get that little slight bit of extra utility out of there. Damn, I hate that. Nope. Okay, I just don't want things being thrown at me. I mean, you notice that absolutely in, like, the other... There we go. You know, it's like in the other playthrough, the previous episode that I did. Other playthrough. Yeah? Oh, boy, wait, get some stuff here. I wonder if people are going to be like, no, this is not what I meant by, hey, loosen your restrictions here. Ah, well. Yes, perfect. Oh my god. Look, I mean, it's just like you play with the cards you dealt, right? I was dealt these cards. And now I'm playing with them. Oh, malaise. You know, like getting cursed flask and everything, it might not be as important to get the malaise lowered when I have this sort of set of nonsense here. Should just use the teleporter. I don't know why I didn't. But whatever. As it is, it's just like, oh, it's like, this is what happens. This is what happens when you remove the restrictions. I don't know. I'll see what people have to say about this episode. If, you know, they disagree with it. And well, I mean, we'll see. Bosses are still very much something that could result in my a swift and ignoble death. Yeah? No, you guys like to follow people wherever they're going. But still. You know, bosses can still result in my swift and ignoble death, especially the final boss, which is how I lost last time I got this. Which is weird that, you know, they're coming so close to each other like this, but hey, what am I going to say? No? Yes, that is exactly what you're going to say. Yeah, but I didn't. Anyway, let's go. I'm having a good time. I don't know. It's just... the invisibility necklace is very cheap. Oh, whatever. Let's just... I'm saying that to myself, apparently. Anyway, yeah, Rampart, get even extra... So very much, protection here at this point. I mean, I could also take well, Damned Vigor, of course, is also something that would help a lot. Demon Strength also would probably help a lot. And that feels like a pretty... if I'm just going all out, I might as well just go all out, right? Give me that permanent 30% extra damage. I don't see why not. All right. Well, what do we got here? Okay. I mean, throwing knife's pretty all right. Sure. I'll throw it on the thing. Bleed propagation did kind of do me dirty in that last run, though. I think we all are only too aware of that. But yeah, if you've never seen the invisibility necklace before, this is how it works. This is super cheap. No, people said loosen the restrictions, have fun, right? Yeah, let's just go with this one. And then, yeah, like I said, I'll also probably be doing other Cursed Sword runs because I do not think this one's going to be successful. This is how it works, by the way. And then, yeah, I'll just, like, put up the entire video sort of thing when the time comes. That sort of dealio, yo. I can't believe how lucky I've been on this run so far. First one of the day, baby. It's like, I was sort of expecting this to be like the, you know, one where I just kind of, hey, here's the things that I want to accomplish, or whatever you call it. There's a specific name for that, but I can't remember. Like whatever, it doesn't matter. And then, you know, I was gonna die in like the second biome, and then, you know, instead it's like we got this sort of thing here. It's very convenient. But once again, it's just like I'm probably just gonna die against the final boss anyway. So, and if I even get that far, but still though, could go with Dracul's castle, could go with the ancient sewers. Hey, where'd you come from, rat? That doesn't matter. Nah, ramparts. Hey, which is actually also an incentivized biome. Kind of surprising. Take a drag on my coffee here. Well, this is a lot less stressful of a run, I'll say that. I don't know. I mean, yeah, but like also, you know, it is, it is pretty cheesy. I mean, really up that damage here, baby. That's 100% extra damage. Do I want to go to the bank? No, let's keep it safe for this one. This is already a stupid, goofy clown run. What does it matter? It's like if I'm successful on this one, hey, I'm successful. But also, it's just like, well, okay. There is something to be said about this. Here's the thing. This is a good showcase of the cursed sword. You just try to avoid fighting enemies. That's the important thing. And, you know, use all of the tips and tricks and all the, and the exploits and stuff like that possible to really, you know, make it easier on yourself, right? I feel like this is, it's like, one of the things that I did very often in the showcase runs is try to use only the weapon rather than trying to use it in like a build that would make sense for the weapon's strengths and weaknesses and stuff like that. This is obviously working to the strength of the cursed sword, which is to say, trying to avoid battle as much as possible, or taking down enemies. You know, you do get like 150% extra damage after the first attack after being invisible. So, you know, it's like this is. See, like, look at that. This is like I think that this is a good showcase of the weapon. This is how you would use the cursed sword, right? That's highly dependent on what sort of necklaces you get and everything like that. But I mean, the ice armor, you know, all that sort of stuff. This is a true cursed sword run, right? So yeah, the ranged enemies that can see me, yeah, it's like I'm able to, you know, line of sight is a very horizontal sort of thing. However, why am I even looking for other necklaces? I mean, maybe it's gonna have two brutality with the invisibility too. Who knows? But I can't even remember what I was saying now. Yeah, it's like ranged enemies. Ranged enemies are still kind of like the bane of these sort of runs, because most of the other enemies you can wait until you get to, you know, the line of sight sort of thing, where you're able to get in front of them horizontally. However, the ranged enemies can see you vertically, and that's what sort of makes it a lot more frustrating. I mean, if you want to be very, very careful, cautious with how you're doing everything, especially if you know, stun grenade, very, very effective way at taking out regular old enemies and stuff like that. It's like you can just take things very slow, especially given that the malaise is not really going to be too much of a big deal in this run. If I'm using the cursed stuff, cursed flask. You know, I'll get there eventually. Stop that. Man, if I died right there. It's like that is well, you know, that's the whole thing where it's just like it does make it a lot easier now, doesn't it? Oh, this is why I'm just like putting restrictions on myself and stuff like that, because I'm just like, I know there's a lot of things in Dead Cells that you can use to really get a cheesy run, baby. Okay, there's not a lot of things. You compare this to, say, like a Binding of Isaac or something. There's not a lot of things you can do to get a cheesy run, but there's a good amount of things still. There's interactions and exploits, things, you know, like builds that you can make, things you can do that can... I mean, it's not going to make it easy. Bosses, it doesn't matter with bosses. Bosses are always going to be difficult, pretty much. And that's why, you know, like, getting some practice in there is... Wait, why do I even care? Well, whatever. Also, I totally forgot to put back on the ice armor. It's not bad. Like, it's not that impressive or anything, but it's not that bad. Okay. I am still working with, okay. I'm still working with a base level cursed sword, so if I can go and buy another one of those, that'd be good. Yeah, Dead Cells is absolutely one of those games that is a lot more build. I've talked about that. Well, yeah, this doesn't really matter too much. But wait, what do you got? Take like a little bit of. I don't know what exactly I take. I mean, yeah, the diverse deck could be good if I really want to. I feel like I'd rather have DPS though. Barricade's not bad though. Or not barricade. Diverse decks isn't bad though. No, I'd rather just have the DPS though. What do we got? What do we got? I don't really know. I mean, yeah, flamethrower turret's all right. I feel like I should just, yeah, whatever. It's fine. I can use the face flask without dying, so that's also something to consider. But don't think it's super important. All right. Well. Yeah, how's the run going? It's good. Thanks for my coffee here again. Yeah, I woke up this morning just being like, all right, we got Friday, we got Cursed Sword Friday. We're gonna be doing a big one today. We're gonna be doing a lot of Cursed Sword shenanigans. Definitely gonna be at least a few hours of runs here before I get anything that's even worth putting up. Do like the initial, you know, like, hey, here's what I'm doing. Here's my declaration of intent. I don't like what is it called? I can't remember. That doesn't matter. And then it's just like, and then they give me the clown run. And then they give me goofy clown run. And I'll roll past you. Okay, watch out because yeah, now you are actually going to be using that. I mean, you know, the other thing is that it's like playing very cowardly, which is how I did in that last, run, of course. Ooh, careful. Yeah, don't be a little bit too. I mean, this lets me play a single hit. Lets me play a lot more aggressively, and I think that's more interesting too, because you know, if you want to see like the true sort of Cursed Sword run, the last one will show you exactly what that is pretty well. The whole thing where it's just like, hey, here's, you know, me. Inching forward to every single encounter, afraid for my life. Reasonably so, but still afraid for my life. It's like here, it's like I can actually get up in there and, oh, yeah, sure. Doubles up project, yeah, sure. That's not really too great in terms of a useful type of... Not too great in terms of a useful type of it doesn't do more damage. But it does, yeah, there's stuff to it. The legendary's not too bad. I'll take whatever. All right, but yeah. That is, yeah, I mean, the previous run is like the true Cursed Sword run. This is like the goofy clown Cursed Sword run. This is the full exploitation. Yeah, but you can see kind of what... I mean, you can tell, I'm sure, probably... Oh, hello. This is an interesting combination. I don't like voxels. Wait, no. Why would you take that over the other one? Because it's so cheap. But yeah, you see why I was so obsessed with just like, hey, I want to try it without going for the full goofy nonsense. Okay. And I did. Definitely accomplished that. Legendary Cursed Sword, which would be Cursed Sword only, could also be an interesting sort of thing to do. I don't know, people really into the Cursed Sword stuff. I know I'll do some more stuff with it. It's just, it is very much a stressful type of thing. I mean, what I should do, thinking about it right now, is not even worry about like the Cursed Sword, or do continue using the Cursed Sword, but I'm shocked I did not get hit there. Do continue using the Cursed Sword. Okay. You're not going to be super helpful. But, boss rush. Of course. It's like boss rush I still have not done. There you do get cool stuff for doing perfect boss rush and everything, right? It is probably worth trying to do that one next. And Cursed Sword. It's just like it's a pretty decent weapon, all things considered. I mean, yeah, it's not quite like the money shooter, but you can't really use the money shooter in boss rush. You don't get you don't get nearly the amount of money that you do. You've got to have money. It's not bad. I do like being able to be so much more aggressive again. Yes, not getting hit throughout the entire game is interesting in its own way, but I do also like playing it pretty fast and loose and stuff like that. Find that pretty fun. Okay. I don't really know exactly how you exploded, but you did, so I'm not going to argue with that. Okay, well, what was I saying? It's like needless to say, though. Fast and loose is my preferred way to play the game. And getting back to that, I mean, it's just like, yeah, there is such a huge gulf of difference between one hit and no hits. No hits ever. Oh, yeah. Of course, I've talked about that. I almost jumped right into the spikes. Of course, I talk about that a ton. You know, the whole idea of I don't really like perfect play stuff. I am fine with getting close to perfect play, very much so close to perfect play, where, you know, Dead Cells is just like, well, you can't take more than like two or three hits or something at a time here. Pretty rare, at least when that happens. No, I actually got the curse removed. I'm surprised because it's just like, yeah, I have not. There's a very clear difference in the terms of amount of cursed potion charges that I'm using in this run as opposed to like the last one, where I'm not inching my way forward. Also, you can see that it's just like when I can take a hit, I can just go super extra aggressive and everything like that. And it's really not that big of a deal. I'm not even using the invisibility necklace all that much right now. Probably should, but I got it. But still. All right. And to the gungeon against all the bosses, you get the master round, which I always was just like, it's like you want it. You want it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, baby, there we go. Give me some sort of fire. That's what I'm looking for now. Yeah, it's like you very much want the... You very much want the master round. It gives you extra heart container and everything like that, but it's just, it is so stressful to try and get it, and then if you get hit even once, it's like, well, you lose it. No... No second chances or anything like that. Unless you get a clone. But of course, clone is the very cheap sort of item in that game. Well, it's hardly something that you can get on your own. Burns the ground when destroyed. I am looking for some sort of burn at this point in time. Anything that does fire is gonna be doing me good. And would very much like to have that if possible. Okay, I want to see real quick. What are we looking at here? Vengeance. Or not Vengeance. Tainted Flask. 65 for 20 seconds. Recharge after killing 6 elites. Oh, and what's extended healing look like? Where are you? 29% damage. So I could be doing like double damage if I took both of those and then just use all 4 of my potion charges in the final fight, for example. DPS is not that important, though. I don't really think that's as essential of a thing or anything like that. No. I don't know. As it is, it's just like with the way this is going. I'm very curious to see the response to this episode now. If people are going to be like, okay, you know that thing that we said about like, yeah, don't feel bad about going for loosening the restrictions. Tighten back up those restrictions. This is absurd. You can't call this a curse sword. But it is. Yeah, but is it? Might as well be taking the damned aspect at this point in time. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to use the elevator. That'll break me out of invisibility. Interacting with anything breaks you out of invisibility. And there are enemies that can see through invisibility too. Like the what are they called? Weaver worms, the orange ones in the previous area, for example. It is not protection against those guys. That said, those guys go down in 2 hits, so whatever. But still, yeah. Oh, I'm just mumbling up there. Deal with you. Stop. Ooh. Apparently that actually activated my, kind of surprised that actually activated my, the ice armor. Okay. Well, I'll give it a couple more seconds here before getting back in. The very aggressive homing on that alone makes it quite scary. Although it doesn't deal damage, it only deals curse. I don't know if it would kill me, though, if I was using the cursed sword, is the question. I don't know. It's hard. It's really impossible to say. Okay, fire of any variety. Draw 1 fire of any variety. Yeah, sure. Should be pretty effective. I don't know what else I'd really want here. I mean, oil is already on the cursed sword and everything like that, so flamethrower turrets feels like a pretty effective sort of thing. Fire grenade is also pretty good, but it's not like gonna last for a super long time. The flamethrower turret, on the other hand, should last for a long time. Should is the important word there. Couldn't really tell you exactly if that's going to happen like that, though. Cut that out. Grab that then before I chow down on another one of the potion charges, just because I do want to do that. Of course. I want to make sure that the malaise is a bit low. And you know what? If I'm getting cursed, let's just go all the way. I don't know when, like the damned vigor or whatever it's called, damned power, like what it caps at, but 50 feels about right. Maybe it has no cap. Maybe I can just go up infinitely. Yeah. 2-2. Okay. There you go. Multi-hit stuff is also going to absolutely obliterate me if I give it a chance. Single big hits, not a big deal. Multiple small hits, very bad. When I say multiple small hits, of course. Ooh. I hate that. I've lost cursed sword runs to that sort of thing before. The ball and chain, Mario World ball and chain, basically. Because what that does is it'll just kind of clip your head as you're walking up the thing, and then yeah, you're not having a good time. Not at all. Okay. The Doom Bringers, the Bell guys, the Bell fellows seem to have a very large range at which they actually notice you. So I don't think they see through invisibility. Usually, it's pretty obvious if enemies see through invisibility because they'll be attacking me. However, they do have a very large active range. Cat. And no cat this time. Not the time. This is not a cat time. Perhaps a little bit later on. Okay, and no protection here, but that's okay. Yeah. Oh. I mean, I should be okay, right? Is this hubris? Yes. Anyway, let's do it. Hubris. That's what this episode's gonna be named if I die here. Oh, we'll see. By the way, no extra jumps. Okay, so I'm not gonna have an easy time if I have the big spike hallway, which I do. Okay. Well, I actually went okay. Oh, I hate this. All right. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Went totally fine. Okay, cool. I don't like it, but like, hey, extra stats are extra stats, right? Hey, what do we got? One more power scroll. I don't know if there's too much of anything else that I want, really. It's just like aside from that, I could go check out some of the stores and whatnot, but I don't think that's important. All right, Hubris. Just call this the Hubris episode anyway, too. It's a fitting title. Okay. All right. I mean, it's the pressure is still on regardless, even with the most overpowered nonsense that I can muster and everything like that, right? It's like there's still gonna be Fire Blast. Still gonna be like the pressure's still on. Okay, let's get on with this here. Should be, I mean, as long as I don't completely screw this up, I should be fine against this boss. I have very high DPS, extraordinarily high DPS. So, you know what? Extremely, one away. Extremely high DPS. So it's just like, I should be fine. We'll see. You can tell, though. All right. Let's do it. Don't wang this one. All right. Not too bad a start, of course. I have, again, extraordinarily high DPS. There we go. All right. Let's start. Yeah. It worked though. It's just, you know, it's still just it's frightening. It's a scary time here in Dead Cells land when you're using a cursed sword. Still though, the DPS is something to be appreciated, right? People are gonna be so mad at me for this run. I'm just predicting the comment section right now. Just like, okay, go back to using the restrictions. It's twice as much. That's pretty cool, but like, you know, I have a specific build I'm using here at this point in time. I really can't deviate from that, right? Oh boy. Yeah, but it's like it was unanimous. Everybody said they wanted to see the full. I mean, it's not even like the full. I could easily go get the damned vigor too. I mean, that would be even more just like ludicrously overpowered. Okay. Well, whatever. I've kind of committed to doing it at this point in time, so it's not like I'm going to be able to undo it. Right? This run has been fully committed to. Okay. Get you both at once. Just so I don't have to deal with that when I'm picking this up. Man, that beats. this DPS, baby. It is both damage and going per second. By the way, what is it currently at right now? 118,000 DPS. It's pretty good. 118,000. It's not quite the 7 million that I had back in the Brutal update at one point in time with the Cursed Sword. That was when I first got the Cursed Sword. You understand? But it is, for this point in the game, it's quite good. Okay. Be a little bit careful, cautious, etc., and so on. And, you know, of course, that also is getting affected by all of the other things. So I'm actually doing more like 500,000 damage, I think, right now. You gotta be close to that, if nothing else. Slow down targets, so like if they do get hit by the ice armor and everything. Okay. Oh. Well, let's stop you because you've seen me, and I can't let you live. Alright. This didn't really dump me out anywhere of interest, to be honest. Okay. Just kind of taking a look around. Getting a good look at my surroundings. Take you out then too. I'm gonna have to deal with that demon. That demon can one-shot me, by the way, because it shoots 2 fireballs is the thing. Hui. So if I do get hit by the fireball attack, if I have even if I have ice armor, it's gonna just go right. It's gonna tear right through it. There's the extra jump right there. Good. All right, otherwise looking okay. His enemies are very much confused over there. Okay, yeah, just take you down before you're even able to turn around. It's like, I got the deeps for that, right? That's kind of the thing. Yeah, those enemies getting like stuck in there because they are having issues with the pathing, trying not to walk into spikes. Oh, but walk into spikes you will. And did. And will continue doing. All right. Hey, it's looking pretty good. Well, less stressful, certainly, from my perspective. But, you know, it's also like, well. Anyway. The cheesy exploitative run. Get out of here, you. Even the arrow that I shoot out, I think, oh, launches a grenade. Okay. It's taking enemies out in, like, almost one hit. Which is funny. Don't get hit by the ball and chain. That would be an embarrassing way to lose the run. Oh, I'm not going to worry too much about other elites. I don't think they're going to be too important or too much of an issue. No, you're frozen. Okay. Yeah, I suppose I do also have, like, victims freeze when they die, which is also giving me a little bit of extra utility, too. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, anything else going on out here? I mean, aside from a little extra cashola. Not really. Good. All right. Oh, well, it's a good thing I'm not buying anything from the shop this time. Well, yeah, I don't really need to now, do I? I don't like that little... That little edge there is very scary. But yeah, certainly good information to have here. Okay, I see. I actually do. I'm actually like right near the exit already. So I'm just going to go. I think that'll be a good idea. Also take out enemies before they become an issue, as you know. Master's Keep. Not doing that. All right. As long as I don't completely screw this up. I mean, I could have probably also just like go around and probably look for a few more stats potentially, but I feel like 31 is already pretty good, so I'm just gonna go. That's 65. 65 curse on me here. All right. I'm feeling pretty good, but it's just like, it's, once again, it can go so bad so quickly. Like, oh, sure, it looks good for now. But it's just like, it can go so bad so quickly, it's just ridiculous. All right. Okay. Okay, maybe it didn't go so bad so quickly, but still, it could have. It very easily could have, you understand. Like, there was a distinct possibility that the run could have just ended right there, and it would have been, like, embarrassing. Frankly, you know, I have nothing to deal with. No, I do. I do have something to deal with librarians, and I'm going to do that. Oh, mushroom boy. Oh, that's a lot of fun, but it's just like I have such a specific run going on right now. I really can't. Even does like a lot of good damage there too, but I really can't. I have a specific run that I need to be like kind of adhering to here, right? All right, Astrolab, take 2. Here we are. We're here again. First run of the day. All right, like I don't know, like oh, what a run. I don't know what to think. I'll tell you what I'm gonna think. I'm gonna go get that special outfit that I still have yet to unlock. But you know, don't. By the way, I gotta remind myself right now. Do not forget you are not using a shield now. If you forget you're using a shield and try to use a shield, the run's over, my dude. Okay. Also, I'm gonna make sure that I switch that out for the for the proper switch that out back to the other thing when the time comes. Overall, just having like a ranged weapon is probably also a decent idea around here too. Good. All right. There's the alien key taken care of. Just need to go get the guardian key, and well, will be good is maybe like being a little bit overly optimistic. I mean, with the alien key, I can actually just kind of like go through this area, sort of prep it up to begin with. Yeah. Like I said, I knew that was going to be a good idea, just having some sort of ranged attack here to take out librarians before they become an issue. And of course, the throwing knives also track super hard onto enemies, which is good, because that means that I will be able to hit them easily. All right. Be careful. Be cautious. Calm, cool, collected. Bleed propagation, though, might be an issue because that is currently annoying enemies and causing them to aggro onto me. That's okay, though. I can deal with it. Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. It's going pretty okay so far. Getting into the tower and everything. God, if I'm just thinking right now. Oh yeah, let's just. God, I'm just like thinking right now. That's like, man, if I die here, this would be the most embarrassing death in this tower. If I die against the final boss, so it goes. But the thing is, like, these turrets, for example, will kill me because they do 3 hits. So that will go right through my armor. That will be the end of me. Okay. It's going okay though. Legendary item worth it? Yeah, let's try it. Wait. Oh, fun. Of course, though, I get so many other enemies up here attracting me too. Bladed Tonfas. Do like those, only uses the first hit of the weapon. That's pretty good. But, you know, and I know why that is, of course. Why they made it like that, but still. All right. Well, at least I'm past the... whatever. Get out of here, you. Let's, again, calm, cool, collected, but most of all, cautious. There's no reason to get too riled up around here. Hey, Luigi. I mean, there is also something to be said about the fact that if I was doing this in like the normal style, I would just be slowly going through, picking off all the enemies one by one, you know, that sort of thing. And it wouldn't be easy, but I would be able to do it, I think, with like using the throwing knives and everything. Where is... I'm going so far down. Okay. Here we go. All right, there's that then. Taken care of. Quite well. Okay. I'm right back up here. We should be looking good to go to the exit. Provide that again, I don't just like I somehow could easily screw this up. And of course against the final boss, I don't know. Final boss is still hard. It's still a hard... Oh, you got a legendary item too? Oh, no, just a regular stat. Final boss is still hard. And like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not like super good at fighting him or anything. Oh, money shooter ×2. That would also be a pretty good item for this run if I could actually get it colorless, that is. Yeah, like I said, it's just like I don't think that I could. I don't think I can say that it's just like, oh yeah, baby, this one's in the bag. It's like I'm not that good at fighting this boss. It's a boss you only get to on 5-cell mode right at the very end, after all, right? Oh. As always, I'll try my best. Do not forget the shield. Thank you, me. Okay. Deep breath. Oh. Oh. A little bit of a stretch going on here. Prepare yourself. What are you doing? Okay. All right. There's at least first phase done. Ish. DPS is again good. Pretty nice. Okay. No enemies that are going to be immediately obliterating my face right now. I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of not having enemies immediately obliterate my face. Good. Did it! Bam-ba-lam, baby! That was absurd. Man, that DPS. Well. Oh! I mean... Hey. 32 minutes. Should I just move on to doing boss rush? Fun. Right down to a perfect 100, by the way. Beautiful. The ice armor is just going to continue sitting there, I guess. Well, I was... I got my achievement, and I got the outfit now. That's fun. go unlock that. I mean, if it's not already unlocked. So, hey. Oh no, I got it. Well, I don't know what to say. Let me know what you think. Cuz I don't know what to think here.